For the final week of the regular season, EA Sports presents a historic matchup that began in 1950. The 49ers and Rams collide for the 145th time, and it's coming up next.
It's the National Football League presented by EA Sports. Today, we've got a good NFC matchup on tap between the San Francisco 49ers and the Los Angeles Rams. Let's go! And they'll run. This is Trey Sermon. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. He was well over 100 yards last week. He told us this week, a little ambitious, that he wants to hit that 200 mark. We'll see.
Makes sense, though, doesn't it? Have we ever run into a running back that had a great game the week before that didn't think that's just going to naturally continue? Just make sure you feed me the football. And that's what they're all about. Continuity, rhythm, number of carries. Just keep giving it to him.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. No one there to help out downfield, but no problem. Scrambling for 22 and a first. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Lance, a give now to Sermon. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high powered, you got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. They give the Sermon out of the gun. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And finally wrestled down at the 8-yard line. A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays. First and goal, a chance for an early statement here on the road. That is caught by the tight end Kittle. Touchdown, 49ers. George Kittle, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers drive right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Now the first carry for Cam Akers. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it. They'll break the huddle, come up on 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line. Off of play action. Here's Stafford. Open man is Higbee, the tight end. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards. We'll see what kind of mindset they have here offensively after giving up the touchdown on the opening drive.
And based on our time with them, prior to this game, I feel like they've got a good mindset going in. In fact, the discussion that we had with the coaching staff was, we may give up some points in this game, so our offense has to be ready each and every time to either equal or try and get us ahead and try and keep us ahead. This is their chance to respond to that first touchdown giving up. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Now a play fake, and it's Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Javon Kinlaw coming right up the gut. Gets in there for a loss of 9. And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. Meanwhile, Stafford's throw, it's complete into the hands of Higbee. They get 14 back, but it leads now to a 3rd down. Well, I know from past experience, before you actually play a game, you visualize what's going to happen. And I don't know anyone who doesn't visualize themselves being in the center of what's going on. That's 3 catches for him here in the early going. He's got to like the way this is started.
Absolutely. 3 catches on any drive is good. Opening drive, that's a tone setter. first and 10. Stafford. To the right side and complete to Jefferson. Touchdown, Rams. Van Jefferson, his 9th touchdown of the season. And the Rams are an extra point away from tying up this football game. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. Last week, over 100 yards, 3 touchdowns. We were talking with him on the field before the game. He said simply, I was in a groove. He obviously was.
And I think he's been a little modest about that, being in a groove. That's a big-time game right there. And I think he feels like his entire team is coming along with him because they're creating spaces and holes for him to run through. He's making people miss, running through tackles. They're locked in a big way and confident about this game as well.
They'll get only 3 there, so it leaves them with a 3rd and 7 ahead. A play fake for Sherman. Now Lance sliding out of the pocket. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. Excellent work there by Lance as he scrambles for the first down. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Off of play action, here's Lance. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. The catch and run there, good for 16 and a first. Here's Lance. This will be caught. It's Samuel. Pushes him over. Touchdown! Deebo Samuel, his 14th touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. That time, 75-yard drive, 5 plays. And it's polished off by a touchdown for San Francisco. No run back here, down to a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. So the Rams coming back onto the field, their 2nd drive of the game. As the season winds down and you look at them in totality, you know, the offense has struggled. The defense has been pretty good, so I would imagine the changes this offseason may be more on the offensive side of the ball.
And this is where we always hear the term complementary football because, as you noted, the defense has played well enough for them to win games, and the offense has held them back. So they've got to reward that defense by improving on offense. I don't know if you make a change at quarterback, running back, tight end. It doesn't matter. Get better players, better system, so they can play to the standards of the defense, and the win column will result.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Well, prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A big play there as they get the conversion on 3rd and 13.
1st and 10 at the 43-yard line.
They'll run on 1st down with Akers. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. Give him 9 on the carry that time, and they're set up with a 2nd and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1.
Stafford going to give this to Akers. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming. Now it's Stafford. And this is taken in by the tight end, Bryson Hopkins. And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. His first catch there, good for 10 yards and a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 41-yard line.
They'll run out of the gun with Akers. And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score. From the 38, Stafford. Higbee secures it over the middle. It's a gain of 6 on the play, and that'll bring up what looks to be a 3rd and inches. Can't be more than a half a foot.
They gave up the completion there, but this is what zone defenses count on. Catching the ball and not much run after the catch.
Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 19. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. Stafford popping this forward. It's a jet sweep. Looking to find a lane, but he can't rein in at the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Now Stafford. And this is going to be incomplete. Something we haven't really seen much of from him, an incomplete pass.
Yeah, last week he finished at 70%. This week he's up over 80%. I don't know how you slow him down. Pass rush is usually the best way because a quarterback on his back usually can't complete a pass.
And they're going to get him down shy of the first at about the 13-yard line.
Matt Gay for the Rams field goal.
Gay's kick is good. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So 3 points there, and CD, that helps them inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they can very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. 36 yards on the play. So the big play means just like that, they'll operate from the red zone now on first down. Now a handoff, Sermon. And able to get him down, but he does reach the 5. 44 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times. So 3 plays, already first and goal, and they are wasting little time. Rolling to his right. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Trey Lance, a 5-yard touchdown run. And the 49ers add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that makes it a 21-10 game. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will not be returned. It'll come out to the 25. And the LA offense ready for this next possession. They'll look to make roads here, trailing 21-10 as they come up on a 1st and 10. Now Stafford. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. So, Charles, we have reached the end here of the long season, Week 18, which we don't say very often, although this is not the first Week 18 that the NFL has ever seen.
Not at all, and Brandon, some of the people might be a little bit too young to remember, but back in 1993, The league experimented with giving teams 2 open weeks for the year. And we also saw Week 18 when the league was on pause for a few weeks in 2001 following the attacks on September 11th.
Stafford going to give to Akers on the draw. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. So on 4th down, here's Johnny Hecker to punt it away. And just a single punt for him in the loss last week as he sends this one away. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Niners will go on offense. 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen. They are guarding against the upset.
It's the Pro Bowler Jamie Collins that makes the stop. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
2nd catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. From the gun, Sermon. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
This drive is turning into an extended one, and the guy carrying the ball, he's becoming more like a body blows guy. Every carry is putting some damage on the defense. So after a while, I'm not too sure how many guys are going to want to run up and tackle him.
And they'll work it inside the 15-yard line before it's all said and done. 82 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ballgame. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. He'll get 3 yards on the scramble there at 2nd down. On 2nd down, it's Sermon. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. 1:57 to go in this first half on EA Sports. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And they'll run with Sermon. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Trey Sermon with his 16th touchdown of the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. The extra point by Sly is up and good. And the lead is up to 18 now. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Here comes Matthew Stafford now to lead his offense back out there. A lot of the problems have been on the other side of the ball. Is that frustrating for a quarterback who's been playing well?
It is, but there's no way that the best ones let their teammates know that. They actually take it upon themselves and say, okay, I have to do even more, or I need to play better. Maybe even say I put my defense in a bad spot. That's what true leadership shows you.
Yeah, well, he doesn't need to change much personally. Breaks through the contact. And he'll go out of bounds finally at the 7. I don't think there's anyone who could possibly doubt how fast he could run in the open field. But if there were, he silenced those thoughts there. They'll set up the screen here to Akers. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw, Stafford. He'll get this to Akers out of the backfield. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. Again, it's Stafford. And he'll go down. Brought down at the 20-yard line. The Nick Bosa so quick on the outside. He gets in there to bring him down.
A 37-yard attempt.
And Gay knocks this one through. And that'll get the deficit down to 15. No problems in the field goal department so far. He's 2 for 2.
Pretty reliable here in this game, isn't he? And to me, that bodes well for them. If they need him late in the game, his confidence should be sky high.
And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And with a 2-score lead already, they may just look to get this thing to the locker room. A running play there, going to get 10 and a quick first down. Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Lance. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And all the way down inside the 25 before he gets out of bounds.
Already over 1,000 yards receiving this season. That catch is just going to add to his total. Certainly not resting on his laurels. He's trying to continue to gain as many yards as possible and continue this big season.
So we have reached halftime. All right, hang on. We'll jump over halftime.
Both these teams, no doubt, making their final halftime adjustments as we speak. And for the call of the second half, we get it back out to Brandon Gunn and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Rams offense ready to begin quarter number 3. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
At the 25-yard line.
Second down, they'll go with Akers again. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
Well, they certainly have been able to get him going and establish the run, so I think it's time to abandon that plan and start chunking it all over the park. And you know who's excited about that? The defensive front. They got to just pin their ears back and get after him now.
He's going to air it out deep for Woods. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away. Taking it about the 16. All told, a 54-yard punt, 13 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Lance now on 1st down. Buying time to his left. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down.
He's starting to fall into the category of not fair, because when he's on target throwing the ball, he's dangerous. But when you add in his ability to make plays with his feet, almost impossible.
Yeah, exactly. They've had trouble stopping him in the secondary. This time they've got the great coverage. Oh, he can run too. Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Brings up 2nd and 3. At the Rams.
From the 36, Lance. And Lance will have the 1st down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. On the handoff, Sermon. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down.
115 yards for him on the ground now as he has been terrific here this afternoon. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught. Touchdown, 49ers.
Rashad Bateman.
His 9th touchdown of the season. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead.
Extra point by Sly is up and good.
And they open the lead up now to 25.
Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And there will not be a return here. It's a touchback, and it'll come out to the 25-yard line. Now the Rams offense getting the football back.
They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game, and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
They'll try and run for this with Akers.
And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 2-yard pickup, and that should necessitate a call for the punt team here on 4th down. And the punt team on now as this one's sent away. And this one hits at the 3 and then bounds into the end zone for a touchback.
San Francisco set to go on offense once more.
And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10.
Lance
steps away to his left. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a 1st down. Not only another 1st down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college. But I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back.
on 2nd down, another shot for Sermon.
And he'll get it down here to the 43. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2 yards on the play. And the 49ers first down.
And now they'll throw with Lance.
Flushed out right.
And trying to get it to Samuel, but it's intercepted.
Picked off near the 29. And the return will be stopped at the 34-yard line. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
To throw on 2nd and 10. Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked.
Nick Bosa able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. So now Stafford and the Rams, after the sack, they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Well, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Here's Johnny Hecker now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he fields it cleanly. He gets away from one. A nice job on the return there, 16 yards. And that will come the offense as they take over. The
49er offense set to get this drive underway. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they do the interception and finish off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
A good gain on first has them set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. Now this one complete downfield on the left side. And finally out of bounds down near the 10-yard line.
When they've needed a play this year, he's certainly been the guy to deliver it. As this season has gone on, he's been awfully consistent and sometimes spectacular.
Sermon now on 1st and 10. And running room hard to come by here. He gets it down to the 8. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. On second down, another shot for Sermon. 146 yards rushing for him now as his sensational afternoon continues.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball. And
he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Trey Sermon, his second touchdown of the game, 17th on the year. And the 49ers, they're just pouring it on. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and that will extend this big lead. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25. L.A. readies for its next possession. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. Stafford. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Nick Bosa able to disrupt yet another pass play. That is his 3rd sack of the afternoon. Now, the number one mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry. Another try after the 1st down sack. Stafford. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
So 1 first down on that drive, and that's it. Forced to take the deep shot on 3rd down and couldn't hit it. Now they have to punt this one away.
And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is fielded at the 7. Oh, he breaks a tackle, and he's got an alley. A tremendous return there, 39 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go up and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
The catch and run, good for 18 and a 1st down. On 1st and 10, here's Lance. That's complete to his receiver, Bateman. And he'll be brought down on what's going to turn out to be the final play of this 3rd quarter. 1 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. That good for 19 and a first down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
On second and goal, Lance, nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And now the Rams have got it, going the other way. The 40, the 20. And they are going to score on the fumble return. Touchdown, LA. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will cut this lead down to 25. So here's the kickoff now as he'll get it again following that fumble return for a score. And San Francisco gets set to go here. And that last possession, really a gut punch. You seemingly had it working. You were in the midst of a very strong drive, then suddenly the fumble, and you're watching the back of a defender's jersey as he brings it all the way in the other direction.
There's not much more I can add to that. I thought you summarized it perfectly, partner. You've just got to regroup and start putting another drive together. That's all you can do.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
That was an excellent job of recognizing the situation. His first read wasn't there. Heck, his second read wasn't there. But he bought himself a little extra time scrambling out of the pocket, got to the sticks, and picked up the first down.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. They run. Here's Sermon. And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. A gain of 3, second down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up second and 7.
They run once more with Sermon. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And Lance will have the first down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact there at the end of the play. 8 yards that time, able to take off, and the result is a first down. And this is Sermon. Up from the secondary to make the tackle, Jalen Ramsey. And it appears we've got a member of the Rams shaken up on that last play. And this is certainly not what you want to see in the final week of the year. We'll be back. The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6. Again, it's Sermon. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. It carries like that. That's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, touchdown!
That's caught. George Kittle with touchdown number 15 on the year and 2nd of the game. And the Niners are on their way to a 13th win on the year as they add on to their lead. Extra point by Sly is up and good, and the lead will swell by 1 more. Joey Sly now to kick off after the touchdown. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. Here's the Los Angeles offense as they get set to take possession. Well, I think that the folks here had hoped that maybe this home atmosphere would carry their guys to a surprise victory, but it does not appear that that's going to be the case. There's too much to handle on the other side in this one.
3 yards to gain there, second down. Here's Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked.
Nick Bosa, who else? He's in there for his 4th sack of the afternoon. So now Stafford and the Rams after the sack, and they're staring up at a 3rd and long.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Now, defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
San Francisco's offense returns to the field, and they just continue to roll right along, really. This has the looks of yet another victory as they hope to polish it off here in quarter number 4.
And he'll get this from the 25 to the 30 for a pickup of 5. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5.
Now a run with Sermon.
He takes this from the 30 to the 34.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
The Niners on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Got his target, Samuel. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So much for the run on 3rd and 1. Instead, it's a big chunk in the pass game. 1st down.
Lance, a give now to Sermon.
It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down.
Well, on every play call, you realize it's not going to go for a touchdown. So a lot of your calls are setting things up for maybe later in the game. Trying to establish the inside run with toughness now. Hopefully get to the perimeter later, and let's face it, you could do worse than a 4-yard run on 1st down.
13 yards there and a Niner first.
Well, that's a carry they have to be satisfied with. And throughout this game, they've been satisfied with what he's given them. Whenever they've needed a big run, a 1st down, he's the guy they've turned to. And it doesn't matter what the defense thinks. They feel like they've got the confidence to keep handing it to him and keep picking up good yardage.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down.
The Rams 14-yard line.
Now Lance going to throw. And looking for Kittle, but it's intercepted.
Taylor Rapp with a pick.
And the Rams are going to take over once again, and they'll have it at their own 8-yard line.
He's had a fantastic rookie season, made a lot of lovely throws, but that wasn't one of them.
Well, we got to give him one, don't we? I mean, with the year he's having, a lot easier for he and his teammates to accept that throw, because for the most part, what they've seen, it's been pretty sensational.
And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out, and by a few inches, that'll be a 1st down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
Out of the gun, Stafford. Now the pressure comes, and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
Nick Bosa, my goodness, make that now 5 sacks for him in this ball game. Really turning in an incredible performance. Stafford's throw pulled in by Jefferson.
The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just under 90 seconds remaining.
The defense going to blanket the field. 6 now in the secondary here for 3rd and 15. Now a give. Akers running left.
And he'll lose yardage on this one, back to the 13. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their 2nd, as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Here's Johnny Hacker now, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. Pulled in at the 24. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
So a good punt there, but a very strong 14-yard return. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he will find his man, Samuel. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Meanwhile, Lance's throw pulled in by Kittle. Yeah, this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he was unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
And his kick is indeed good. And that will just add 3 more to a lead that's already out of hand. So it's 3 more points, and that widens this thing out even further here in the fourth.
And you know, in this league, you can never have enough points, but this widens it out, as you said, and now it's all about ball control, isn't it?
And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this fourth quarter. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey,